How Boaty and Faux revolutionized RuneScape. I got a lot of people recommend me this. Obviously, I know about Boaty and Faux these days. Faux has become a good friend of mine, I guess I could say, during my RuneScape arc here. But Boaty was the main guy I had heard about out of all the RuneScape content creators before I started playing RuneScape. But let's check this video out, guys. Let's check it out.
Today, we're diving into the incredible story of two players who completely transformed old school RuneScape for the better.
Yeah.
Without them, we might not have the epic leagues or the thrilling Ironman mode we know today. And can you imagine a world without Swampletics?
Oh.
Meet Swampletics, my Mauritania ultimate Ironman.
One of the only players in old school RuneScape to be immortalized into it. And if it wasn't for these two players,
so sick.
Who knows if Swampletics would have ever even became a thing in the first place? Meet Boaty and Faux, two legends of the OSRS community.
Okay.
But if you're new to the game, you might not know how these titans have changed everything.
From what I heard, it's like, was it called the one-man army? That's like a series Boaty did or something. It's like way before hardcore was even a thing, right?
So buckle up. We're about to take a trip back in time. A full decade to be exact.
A decade. Fox with hair? Yeah. May 18th, 2014. Okay. One man. Oh yeah, that's the one. Yeah, one max character. Wait, was this the intro he had? Dude, you know that is like the freaking dubstep, man. Back when like Skrillex was the shit, man.
On May 18th, 2014,
Yeah.
Boaty dropped a game-changing video titled The One-Man Army Full Rules.
Okay.
In this video, Boaty declared that he would be playing the game completely solo with no help from the Grand Exchange or other players.
Cool.
This was one of the first times this had ever been done.
A good way to picture the series is, I am playing RuneScape alone. Consider it single-player RuneScape.
Faux, however, wouldn't have...
Wait, so he did that? Was that in 2018? He did the one-man army? May 14th, 28... I thought it said 2014 for some reason. Oh, it was 20... Okay. Maybe it's... Okay, I see. Yeah, it was the same thing with the WoW stuff. Like, we obviously in World of Warcraft, we have the official hardcore mode now, but people also did these challenges. I guess this is a little bit different because this is like one big series made by Boaty, right?
Faux, however, wouldn't have posted a video on his YouTube channel until about 4 months into his account's creation. This would allow us to see a ton of progress in just an 8-minute video.
Oh, sick.
To understand why this game mode was so entertaining to watch for viewers, we need to understand how RuneScape is traditionally played. Now, historically, RuneScape has
Do I hear an echo? I don't know.
always been about leveling up your skills, completing quests,
Yeah.
making money, and buying items off of other players on the Grand Exchange. A market in which you can buy virtually any item as long as you have the money for it. Well, what would happen?
Essentially, it's for disgusting mains, okay? I am a hardcore Iron Man enjoyer, man. It's so weird to me that I am actually, my approach to this game is so full on Iron Man. Because this game mode wasn't even out. Like, it wasn't even a thing when it first came out, right? But I don't know. I couldn't see myself playing, like, it's so crazy. I couldn't see myself playing like normal RuneScape. Maybe that's just because I'm like a streamer and that's like the approach to that I have and I think it's fun and stuff. But yeah, it's just, I love it, man. I think it's so fun experiencing the game like this. It's for streamers and insane people, yeah.
Happen if you were to take out the buying items aspect of the game entirely?
Oh, okay. Oh,
Mains PvP,
oh, you
yeah.
crazy.
Well, this would mean you would have to collect everything yourself. No buying items for quests. You have to collect every material by yourself,
Yep.
as well as rare items. This added a certain level of skill to the game that we had never seen before. Boaty would start his account by doing basic quests such as Imp Catcher and picking flax for bows and money, showing how the game could be enjoyable even right off the bat.
I think this is
Yeah.
actually...
Yo, Goaty, thank you for the 2 months, and also Flaxter, thank you for the 3 months as well. What's the echo? It's in the video. It's also for board mains. Simply liquidating all your drops for cash gets boring after a while. I think there's probably, like, really fun things about both versions of playing the game, like main or Iron Man or whatever, but I think that's what's so beautiful about the game. You can just play however you want, right? You don't have to play one way. Just play whatever you think is enjoyable.
Actually, the first time ever I have done the imp catcher quest without buying the beads. I actually killed imps until I got all 4 beads. I think this is the first time I've ever done that. So it's one of the main reasons I really wanted to do this series. I could do things that I've never ever done before. It's pretty awesome.
That's so crazy to me.
While it did take 4 months for Faux to post his first video, he did give us a glimpse in that video of how he made his early game GP by picking up steel plate bodies in the wilderness and selling them presumably to the Varrock store.
Oh, the
He
wildy.
quickly progressed with their accounts, obtaining the fire cape as well as doing grinds such as barrows, and one of RuneScape's most infamous grinds, Boaty's 465 kills to obtain the Berserker ring.
I hate this boss. I don't know what I hate this boss. I don't like it. I don't like farming it. I don't like getting there. I do not like this boss.
The Berserker.
But I gotta get that freaking ring, dude. I gotta get it.
The community started to take note of this challenge and decided to participate themselves.
God sword.
Paul and Adam paved the way for many future content creators as well as content releases in Old School. As a ripple effect of their dedication to the game, many others came in and made their own versions of the challenge.
That's so sick.
With players such as Iron Nobank creating their own version, where you'd be locked to only using 28 slots in your inventory and would be locked out of using the 700 plus bank slots given to you at the beginning of the game.
Dude, if you're an Ultimate Iron Man, you need to reassess your mental... you're crazy. Like, I don't know.
Increase in popularity of this challenge, Jagex decided to release it as an official game mode you could play in RuneScape. That anybody could start at the beginning of a new journey. On October 13th, 2014, the Ironman game mode was released as an official game mode you could play in old school RuneScape.
Damn.
And remember earlier when I was saying that Settled was one of the only people to be immortalized into it? Well, here's another one.
Fox Freedom.
To begin your Iron Man journey, you must speak to the Iron Man tutor, a man on Tutorial Island, whose name is Paul. By speaking to Paul, you can choose to begin your journey as an Iron Man account, an Ultimate Iron Man account, which was a nod to Iron Nobank and locking you to 28 slots.
Yep.
On the 10th of November 2016, a hardcore mode was added, where you would only have one life
That's
for this
sick.
type of account. And if you died, your account would be crossed off of the hardcore high scores, and you would become a regular Iron Man account.
I love this. I really like the fact that you actually don't lose your character, and it's purely like a status. Because people love statuses, right? It matters. In WoW, when you die in hardcore, you lose your character, and you can transfer it to a normal server. But I kind of like this, right? It's
Fast
cool.
forward another 5 years to the 6th of October 2021.
Because RuneScape is all about status.
And now, RuneScape has decided to add Group Ironman, a way to play with 4 of your friends where you would still be locked away from the Grand Exchange.
Yep.
But this was a great way to engage with your friends and get a feel for the Ironman mode without playing completely alone. Okay, that's enough talking about how many different modes there are in the game. Let's go back to the players who have been put into RuneScape.
Boaty, aka Soulless Ginger.
If you go to speak to the Iron Man tutor outside of Lumbridge Castle, his name is Adam.
Oh!
You can tell these two players are truly based off of Adam and Paul, based off of their hair. Paul has short brown hair, while
Yeah, he did.
Adam has ginger
Maybe they
hair.
should update the character.
Boaty and Faux absolutely popularized the Iron Man game mode, and it's easy to see why Jagex decided to put them as NPCs. But the impact that these players have had on the game over the years is much greater than just the Iron Man game mode. Boaty and Faux decided to take a completely different path on their RuneScape journey, and making it their own. Many players started to realize that RuneScape was not only a medieval point-and-click game, but it was a sandbox.
And I think these challenge modes that people are doing is the perfect example of why RuneScape is so freaking good. You can make your own journey in the game and play however you want. You can do challenges, you can do different game modes that you yourself make up. And why would you do that? Because it's fun. And I think that's what makes the game so awesome.
Anything could be possible.
It's so
and
sick.
I don't think there's any better way for me to explain that.
Is it? Yeah, it is, dude. Even us just like us WoW what did people call us? WoW implants? WoW like tourists, whatever. Like when you look at all these different like new streamers coming into the section and playing, we're all playing so differently, and they're all so different, like we're just going into different directions of the game, and it's so fun to see. Yeah, the grand scheme of things, we are doing a lot of the same stuff. You know, barrows, moons, you know, whatever, like RFD. But it's like there's so many ways of going about it, which I think is sick.
to show you the very beginning of one of the most infamous
Refugee,
series
yeah.
in all of RuneScape.
That's true, Baxter.
To craft your own journey and play by your own rules has something beautiful to it. To overcome your limitations and find joy in places no one has before is such an incredibly cool thing to me. There's no account too obscure, there's no account too ridiculous, because that just simply isn't a real concept. What is
Efficiency is killing fun for a lot of people, I think.
RuneScape about if not about setting goals and accomplishing them? Meet my Mauritania-only Ultimate Ironman.
On December 21st, 2018, Settle dropped a video titled
Such a good series, by the way.
Ultimate Ironman in Mauritania. Swampletics #1.
Such a good series.
In this video, Settled would explain that he would be playing a new account that he named Swampletics. This account would be entirely locked into the Mauritania region of the game. Famously known as one of the most deserted areas for content, Settled could have never predicted that this series would bring him to the top of RuneScape YouTube, amassing 728,000 subscribers at the time of the recording of this video.
I hope he gets a million one day. That would be so awesome.
And 2 million views on his first Swampletics upload. This particular series changed not only RuneScape as a whole, but the entire YouTube landscape. YouTubers such as Nokimon, who actually plays Pokemon Legends Arceus and locks himself to certain areas before he gets a shiny in that area.
There's been the same thing in World of Warcraft. There's a guy who's doing like a series on WoW called Goldilocks, which is directly inspired from RuneScape series as well, where he's locking himself into zones in WoW until he makes a gold token. We watched one of his videos on my GuzuTV channel, but he's doing the whole series. I have been watching them for a while, but you can check out his channel, obviously, if you want to continue watching that series. But it's freaking awesome. It's so cool.
It's quite obvious that this
Goldilocks is enjoyable. Yeah, the series is amazing.
Settled, as he even plays RuneScape music in the background of his videos. Locking yourself into one area of the game even got so popular that Jagex decided they had to create a mode out of it themselves. And less than a year later, on the 14th of November 2019, before Settled was even close to being done with Swampletics series, the Twisted League was released.
Oh, yeah, leagues.
This was a great way for Jagex to show off their new Korend region, as they locked everybody into it for the entirety of the leagues.
Okay, question. Class, teacher, I have a question. You guys are my teacher. So, how often are leagues? And how long do they last? Because they seem interesting. Every 1 to 2 years. And they last around 6 months, 6 weeks. Really? Okay, so it's quite a rare thing.
Leagues is the best content.
Yeah, I bet. Do we know when the next league is coming out for RuneScape? OSRS, not for RuneScape 3. I know there's a RuneScape 3 league coming out. 2026. Okay, it's in pre-production. Interesting, okay. That could be fun to check out. Wow. I think that's what makes Path of Exile so exciting. The fact that they do new leagues all the time and there's like a reset. I think that's so sick. So leagues are essentially like a sped up version of like RuneScape, right? So the drop rates are higher and the skilling is faster and stuff like that, to what I understand. And then when you do it, you can get cosmetic rewards in the actual game, correct? Yes? Man, that sounds so fun. That sounds so fun. Okay, cool. Thank you guys.
Into Ironman mode, which at first people were skeptical about because they didn't think they could enjoy the game as an Ironman.
Yeah.
But with the boosted XP rates and the relics that they were released, Twisted League was a hit. They decided it was so popular that the next year they had to run it back.
Combat is supercharged.
Trailblazer League,
What's that mean?
which is widely regarded as the best leagues we've had so far.
So cool.
Other than the Trailblazer Reloaded, which was just Trailblazer V2. This year, Jagex is making it even more interesting by adding echo versions of old bosses that we fought in the past. Basically harder versions of bosses that we already know and love today.
Oh, that's really cool. Wait, Brands is back streaming? Really?
And while Jagex do an absolutely fantastic job with leagues,
Apparently
there's also
Muppets
some
have done.
updates that they've released into the main game that are seen as quote-unquote Iron Man updates that can still be great for main accounts as well, such as the Moons of Peril bosses they just added.
We love that.
A boss which requires absolutely zero supplies of your own. The only
Moons is goated. Moons is goated. That shit's good. Whoever came up with that idea, I like you a lot. Moons is nice.
thing you need to bring in is your armor and your weapons. This is called an Ironman update because Ironmen do not have to waste any time getting supplies and can get right into the fight with the bosses and get some extremely good loot. However, this encounter can be good for pretty much anybody, considering the bosses can be done very quickly, and the loot you get from the chest at the end can be worth quite a bit of money for main accounts.
Sadly, there's a lot of clangers as well in on Moons, so but that's kind of how it is.
It is clear that the OSRS developers have taken a completely different path towards their game. And the updates we've had over the past decade are in large part thanks to the ripple effect that Boaty and Faux had on the community with the challenge they popularized so well. They helped accelerate old school RuneScape from a RuneScape 2007 remake to its completely own version of the game. A new sandbox world where the world truly is your oyster. And for that, we thank you, Paul and Adam.
That's awesome.
Thank you so much for making it this far into
the video.
This is my first RuneScape video, so if you guys have any suggestions on what you want to see next, let me know in the comment section below.
This was an awesome video. I liked watching this. This got suggested me in the Discord, guys. Check out OSRS Umbreon. Check out his channel. Maybe he's going to make some more cool videos about RuneScape and stuff like that. We support the people in the community, guys. We support the other content creators. Makes amazing videos. That's really cool. Love it. But honestly, I think this is also why the Jagex developers and Jagex mods are so good at appreciating the content creators and appreciating their community, because the community is what makes the game so freaking great. I mean, it's the whole reason why we have Ironman and like, you know, hardcore and all those things. It's because of people like, you know, Fox and Boaty and stuff. So it's so sick. Yeah, the polls, literally the whole core part of why RuneScape OSRS works is because of the polls and the community and the feedback and like all these cool challenges and shit. It's so sick. Community didn't want sailing. I mean, they voted for it, right? Maybe there's some people that don't want it, but people voted for it. So that's how it is, right? Regardless, though, cool video. This is really fun to talk about. I love it. I honestly couldn't see myself playing the game in any other way than playing Ironman, but maybe that's because I'm streaming, and maybe that's because I play like I play, but maybe one day it could be fun to do a main, but I feel like it would be such a different game, man. Like, for sure.